Mike. Okay. My bad, folks. My bad. On me. Somehow the microphone switched over. That's my bad. Yeah, my bad. I picked the right mic. I don't know what happened. See, that's why I normally check the audio, but I didn't today. And of course, well, it happens. So you guys let me know if you can hear me. So you should be able. Yeah, you can for sure. Sorry about that. Yeah, it gives you like 4 or 5 different microphone options, and I don't know what happened today. It just switched over to the wrong one. So, hope you're all doing well. Again, I'll say my spiel again. Friday, January the 29th, 2021. Got a lot to get into. Podcast drop this morning, episode 370. Episode 370 dropped this morning. Breaking down the game tomorrow against Vandy. Also, position unit previews continuing along with the season preview series for Gamecocks baseball. And like I said, we sit here on this Friday, 3 weeks from opening day. As you can see, I'm rocking the baseball merch. This merch, along with new baseball merch, will be dropping next week. I'll be re-releasing some of the old baseball merch that I did, and also we'll have new merch that will come out next week as well. So interesting. And we now know who Gamecocks are going to be playing. The schedule is out. Dayton will be the opening day opponent for South Carolina. Got a big game tomorrow, too. Basketball, like I said already. Vandy, you see the sign behind me. Beat Vanderbilt. You guys already know. Let's see. Yep, Gamecocks will be taking on Dayton February the 19th through the 21st. Non-conference dates are out officially. For South Carolina, guys, going to open up the phone lines, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Yeah, Chad, about Jamie Robinson, really sad to hear. I'm planning on putting up a post on Instagram after this, and I think he's got a GoFundMe page. So definitely want to share that, support him. If you guys didn't hear, Jamie Robinson, I forget whether it was his, let's see. He said their house burned down last night, and they lost everything. Everybody's okay, it sounds like, but, it's crazy. I don't really talk about this with people. When I was 4 years old, my parents' house burned down. Like our house burned down. So, I definitely get or understand, how awful that is, having to just start over. So yeah, definitely support. I'll be posting the link, like I said, a little bit later after this, the GoFundMe. But yeah, it's just awful. I mean, it's just, you don't wish that on anybody. So. But again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls. I will open up the phone lines if I have not already, which I have not. I will go ahead and open up the phone lines. You guys want to call in? You want to talk basketball, baseball? Hey, you want to talk a little bit of football? Who's going to be the running backs coach? I have no idea, but we can speak on that as well. Whatever you guys want to chat about, phone lines are open, 843-790-3377, taking all of your questions and comments. You guys know the drill. Yeah, I think voicemail is open already. So, yeah, we're good to go. You guys want to call in, whatever it may be. So, hanging out here on a Friday, January the 29th, 2021. Apologize again for the audio issues in the beginning. Technology is great until it is not. So, technology does not suck until it sucks. So, let's see. Elizabeth Ballard, yes, I did see Corey Boyd's comments. Listen, Corey's been on my show, and if I've had conversations with Corey, I've been fortunate enough to have conversations with him on air, off air, whatever. Corey's definitely a guy who I think should be back at South Carolina first things first. Loves the university, loves the Garnet and Black, loved being a Gamecock. I mean, you could see it in the way he played. But, he's a dude that, if you see like his comments, I see him right now on Twitter, kind of going back at people, which is, trust me, a waste of time. It's a complete waste of time and resources. But, Corey wants to be remembered for the positive things he did in his career, and he should be, not for some of the mishaps or mistakes or the things that made him grow. You know what I mean? So, but Corey's an awesome dude. I reposted the clip. I'm so glad I was able to find it. I reposted the quote that Corey had on my show, which honestly, guys, is one of the top quotes. Probably it is the one that always jumps out to me from guests that I've had on. If you didn't see it, I reposted it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that. And I mean, dude, that podcast was probably, I mean, that was a solid 2 years ago for sure. So, but having Corey on when he was talking about his running style, and I mean, dude, Corey's a guy, he will have you ready to run through a brick wall. So, I mean, listen, is he the best option for running backs coach as far as like how great of a recruiter he is, or that he's done it at the SEC level? Maybe not, but I'll tell you what, man, if you just talk to the guy, you'll want to run through a brick wall for him. So, and he loves South Carolina. He loves the Garnet and Black. I think he has a great story. Again, Shane Beamer's going to hire the best fit, whatever. We know that. But, you know, guys, before we keep on going, before we go any further, I should say, I want to tell you about my friends over at Flex Squad Fitness, because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends over at Flex Squad Fitness. Guys, CJ Profit. CJ, an awesome dude. He's been a certified personal trainer for 10 years. The reason he's so good at what he does and he really cares for his people is because he has been there himself. He struggled with his own weight for many years until he lost 85 pounds doing the exact same type of training that he does at the gym. They do one-on-one small group training. It's a mix of strength, high-intensity interval training, endurance training. The goal is to not only help people look great on the outside, but more importantly, to make them stronger and more confident on the inside. And I can tell you guys, happy life, or, you know, healthy life, happy life. You know what I mean? The physical really affects the mental, and vice versa. You know, so he focuses on both of that. And again, he's been there himself. He knows the struggles people go through. And I think that is truly the difference. Like when you have a trainer, or you go to a gym, or you're going to a class, you want it to, like anything else in life, you want it to be personalized to you, to yourself, to the things you're going through, to what your goals are. That's exactly what CJ does. So, and he's going to get on you if you don't show up. He's going to call you, text you, email you, whatever. He's going to stay on top of it. He's going to be there for you. He's somebody that's going to push you. He's going to push you a little bit. So he does his best to make their place as fun as possible as well. So again, it's not like a punishment. You're going to have a good time and you're going to get better in the process. The place changes people inside and out. You're not going to regret walking in the door. You're just going to wish you did it sooner. So, and they've got great specials right now. They offer a free week for anyone who wants to try out their classes, or 2 free one-on-one sessions, see what it's all about. And even better yet, guys, you go there, tell CJ Profit the Spurs Up Show sent you. Tell him Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. They're going to give you a free month. I mean, if you're in the area, if you're in Chapin, if you're around Columbia, whatever, you're in the state of South Carolina, you need a gym, you need a personal trainer, you want to change your life, whatever, CJ is the way to go. Flex Squad Fitness is the way to go. And again, that offer, you just can't beat it. They're going to give you a free month. That's insane. I mean, the results you'll see after a month, if you're really pushing it, I mean, I think we all know in this chat about that. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Again, CJ Profit at Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. I truly appreciate their support. Appreciate them supporting the Spurs Up Show and the Daily Crow. Again, go check them out. Tell them I sent you. Get that free month. Get after it. So, all right. Let's see. Yeah, Elizabeth Ballard, it's on Twitter. I don't want to misquote, but he said something about wanting to be close to the program, but it wasn't welcoming. Yeah, talking about what Corey Boyd said. Yeah, he definitely had some comments in regards to and listen, I've had conversations off the air, off record, if you will, with former players and people that have been involved with Gamecock football that have similar experiences with. See, and that's the thing. That's where I think we got kind of tricked a little bit with the culture and how we all thought, I don't know what, like the narrative around Muschamp is he's just this great guy and everybody loves him and whatever. I'm not here to judge his character at all, but like, not everybody had that experience, and a lot of former players didn't have that experience. So, that's a reality. And I mean, again, I've heard that from former players and people that have been involved with Gamecock football. And again, I'm not, of course, not going to say their names or anything, but not everybody was a fan. Not everybody was a fan of Will Muschamp. Not everybody was a fan of the way he did things, and that's fine. I mean, it's kind of not everybody's going to be a fan of Shane Beamer probably, but I'm not shocked to hear Corey Boyd say that. I'm not shocked to hear Corey Boyd say that. I'm really not. So it is what it is. And I would love to see him get back in the building. I would love that. Would absolutely love that. By the way, it's January the 29th. When does D2 baseball start? I haven't even looked at Newberry baseball schedule. Let's see. They start February 12th. Okay, so the week before. That's actually a little, because normally they would start today. That's actually kind of late for them. I'm surprised. Interesting. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. 843-790-3377. Of course, guys, you see the number on the screen. Appreciate you all tuning in. Happy Friday. Hope you're all doing well. And again, guys, I want to take a second, just take some time to show gratitude, say thank you to you guys. Again, you guys have made the Daily Crow a massive success. Because I'll be honest, I'm the type of person that I've tried a ton of content. I continue to try new content. And, I'm pretty quick with if it doesn't pop off, obviously the people don't like it, we keep it moving. No big deal, right? We make adjustments, we evolve, whatever. And I would have been the same way with this. If we'd have done the Daily Crow and after the first week we were getting 3 or 4 people tuned in a day, I probably wouldn't have done it anymore because it's like, okay, well, people don't see value in it, and that's fine. I really do believe in if you're going to fail, which you are going to fail quickly. You know what I mean? Fail quickly, keep it moving. But I want to say thank you to you guys for making this such a success. I mean, maybe even more than I envisioned. Truly appreciate it. I feel like in this, because there's definitely like a good portion of you guys that, a good number of you guys that come on here every single day. I feel like we've like all become like friends in this group. I don't know. It's like, I feel like we've developed a relationship, if you will, which has been really cool. It's been very, very cool. So thank you guys so much for the love, support. It means everything. It means everything. So, Corey. So what he said is basically somebody put up a post about he should come back and be the running backs coach. And Corey responded on Twitter or somebody was like, hey, like get back on Twitter. Where did you go? He said, I never left. Just like to stay low key and out of the way. Somebody said, no. You got to come back around the program. We miss seeing you. And Corey's response was, our program has to make it welcoming to come back, but I've been back for years, but no love was shown. So again, is he referencing Beamer? Absolutely not. But he's obviously, some things have happened in the past for sure. So yeah, it's crazy. Jacob Rogers, appreciate it. Todd Smith, appreciate you, man. Hey, Todd, I saw you were Todd, you said you were in Louisiana, you said? I think you said you were in Louisiana. USC Insider, I saw you earlier. What's up, Brad Vale? What's going on? So now it makes sense, Todd. You said you're a road truck driver. I was like, Todd's in a different state every day. Like, what does Todd do? So, like I said, at some point, I would, again, appreciate the love and support. At some point, I would love to stretch this show out to a 2-hour show. So let's go ahead and jump to the phone lines here. Hey, Justin, what's up, man?
Hey, Chris, first off, man, love the dope-ass USC throwback hat. That's kind of sweet.
This is courtesy of my buddy Gray with Soda City Thrifts, man. He is, if people don't follow him, he's on Instagram. He's got a ton of, like, vintage South Carolina stuff. And, yeah, this hat he showed me this a couple months ago. He gifted me with this, and I was like, yeah, that's a cop for sure. But I appreciate it.
Yeah, the brown, I don't know, I guess the brown offset really makes the garnet pop off.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? It's like a totally different style. It's really interesting. But yeah, I love it. So
I definitely love it. I've not seen that. I have not seen that style. I've seen that, the USC and the script stuff, but I've never seen a brown on garnet, and I was like, that's an attention getter there. Yeah. I need to put that on the wish list. Dude, love everything you're doing. I definitely want to give you big props, and definitely give you a big thank you for kind of, opening my mind up to the basketball program. Like I've said before, I've always been a big college. I like college sports way more than pro sports. I follow my Gamecocks when they go pro, but I'm a diehard college football, college baseball, just college sports in general person. And like you said over and over again, I hate to use COVID as an excuse, but there has to be standards set. And I feel like I just wish more fans would get on board with what you're saying as far as holding stand, like with baseball. Ever since Tanner did what he did, it's like, okay, well, when you talk about a College World Series, South Carolina automatically gets third in it. We are in a tough recruiting area, but I think I would like to see Tanner and then maybe sit down with Frank and be like, hey, where are you at mentally? Like, you've been doing this for a while. Do you still love the game the way you've always loved it? Do you want to try and bring in a predecessor? Like, ever since Beamer's come in, and I've seen that outside guy that has compassion and the want to be here, it's like I'm looking at all the other coaches like, can you guys feel like this too, or how's this going to work?
Right. Yeah, I mean, dude, and like I said, I like Frank a lot, and I just I just don't want to feel apathy when it comes to any of our sports. And like, that's kind of, I'll be honest with you, before I even did the Spurs Up show, like when I was just whatever, I mean, I wasn't a diehard Gamecock basketball fan then either. Cause I was just like, we're just, I loved watching it. Don't get me wrong. But like, again, it's just like, we don't really have expectations, do we? I mean, you can't, like, you just can't sit there and say that we have, that's one of the reasons, like you said, I love Carolina baseball. You listen to Kingston talk yesterday, and they ask him about, how do you feel about being ranked 18th in the country? And he's like, dude, the standard here is to go to Omaha and win a national championship. Like, he's like, I want our guys to feel like we're underrated at 18. If we're patting ourselves on the back being ranked 18th in the country, we got the wrong guy. We're not in the right headspace. Is literally what he said. That's why, I love it. I mean, the standard is excellence. Bottom line, I'm not sitting here saying South Carolina basketball should come into every season saying, well, we got to win the national championship. Like, yeah, we're not Kentucky. We're not Kansas. We're not Duke. We're not a blue blood, but I don't know. I mean, it just, I want there to be some sort of expectations. Like, I mean, it's, same with football. We don't want to come into seasons feeling like whatever, just, I'm sorry, but the days of just going to the ballpark and, cheering on a team that goes barely 500 just because you're a good fan, quote unquote. I think those days are kind of over, man. Like I just, we live in a world where, like my world, for example, like the social media world, like there's a million things pulling at people's attention and pulling at their emotion and pulling at their resources, pulling at their financials. There's so many things people can do. Like you got to put a product out there. Like for football, not really. Moves the needle. We're going to watch even if Carolina goes 0-12, right? We just are. We're just wired to do it. But basketball, and I'd even say baseball, you got to have a product. If you want to get the casual, and I say casual, if you want to get the normal fans' attention that isn't a crazy diehard like we probably all are and is going to watch no matter what and is truly, truly, truly investing. I was hanging out with my buddy last night. He's a USC alum, but like when it comes to basketball, he's like, dude, like, I was honestly playing Call of Duty the other night and, just keeping up with your tweets. Like, we're not good enough to watch. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, like, I just want to get to the point where, like, we're excited about basketball. Like, I want to be excited for Gamecock basketball. And I am excited for the game tomorrow. And I think the big thing is this, man. Like, you talked about not using COVID as an excuse, and I'm right there with you. And the crazy thing is, I think this season, if you got to beat Vandy tomorrow, you get back to 500 in SEC play. If you can just finish above 500 and, like, just show – like, I don't even think Gamecock fans are saying, like, oh, make the tournament this year, you're going to fire Frank Martin. It's like, dude, like, you can justify that, hey, this is a COVID-affected season if you finish the season strong and, like, show that, man, that COVID thing really was the reason. But if you just play like crap the entire year, it's like, well, you can't really use that as an excuse, bro. You just played like shit the whole year. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know that, man. I'm talking your ear off, but I'm right there with you when it comes to Carolina basketball.
I love all this, dude. Yeah. In my opinion, and just like looking at, I guess you'd say the bigger picture, the wider scope of it. Right now, college basketball is screwed up. North Carolina, not ranked.
Yeah.
Duke, not ranked.
Kentucky's having a terrible year.
They're in the shitter.
Yeah, and their game with Texas just got postponed, by the way, due to COVID. So, I mean,
yeah, I didn't even know that. I just
literally like just happened. So,
show.
Yeah.
And see, with that, if we can finish strong with everything going on, there's a chance we can go to the tournament. And dude, I hate to say it. I honest to God, I hate to say it. And I wish Martin nothing but the best. Like I want him to have a speedy and fully healthy recovery.
Right.
But he's admitted that he's at 60%. And watching the game against Georgia with him being at 60%, he got his point across, but he wasn't as I don't know what the word. He wasn't as vibrant with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't as animated with the way he would talk to the guys. And I feel like that kind of put a chip on their shoulder. Like, our coach ain't feeling good, but he's here with us. So let's go out and try and just dominate. Granted, It was Georgia, but the unit together looked more cohesive than they have been in previous. Like, they were like a very put together team. Now, granted, with Frank's style of coaching, even whenever he was at Kent State, he always – and basketball is one of them sports that's somewhat similar to baseball in the physicality of the game, and you kind of got to get yourself hot at the right time, and everything's got to follow together because it's such a long, grueling season. And I feel like that might have hindered us in the long run because we was planning on having a normal season. We started to come together, then everything fell apart, kind of like with baseball last year. So I would be more than happy to give Frank 2 more years. And like, hey, if some reason we sneak into the tournament this year, great. But let's strive for the tournament these next 2 years. And if not, let's figure something out, man.
Yeah, because
I don't want you to be that character of fire the coach, but
I mean, dude, trust me. Like I said, I'll just be totally frank and honest about it. One of the reasons I'm not, man, the Fire Muschamp thing was exhausting for me, believe it or not. It was just on a personal level, it got exhausting. So like I genuinely don't want to be that guy with Martin. Like I really don't. Like and there's other reasons too, obviously, but like on the court, I think he's actually a good coach, and I think he's a valuable asset to Carolina, and I don't know who the hell you'd go get that would be an upgrade by any means. But like, dude, I was in that fire, obviously I was like at the forefront of it for better or for worse. And I mean, it got exhausting after a while, dude. So but again, my biggest point, I even said this last year during the basketball season, it's just this. Baseball has a standard, right? Like if South Carolina baseball misses the postseason this year, most of Gamecock Nation will want him fired in year 4. There's a double standard across like the sports, you know what I mean? And like, again, that's why I do love Carolina baseball so much, is because it's the, outside of, and women's basketball too, but it's the one sport on campus of the big 3 where we go into every season saying, you know what, if things break right, and we could win it all because we've done it. We could actually win it all. We really could. And there's no other sport right now outside of women's basketball, like I said, but of the big 3, no other sport you can say that about. And I mean, I hope football gets to that point. God, I know we all do. And I want to, you're either getting better or you're getting worse. You're either getting closer to the goals or farther away. And then in basketball, it's like, are we getting closer? Are we stagnant? Like, just, I mean, again, I'm not saying fire Frank, but I would say this. We're on the back end of Frank Martin's tenure here. Are we not? I mean, he's been here 9 years. What has he got? Maybe 4 or 5 years left. I mean, maybe. So,
I would say, honestly, dude, I would say 3. I mean, there's nothing against Frank and to everybody who look, as a college basketball fan to all the other Gamecock fans, I love Frank Martin. This guy needs a banner hung up, name a friggin' road after him, do something because he's done something with the basketball program no other coach has ever done, dude.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to shoot for the moon, because if we miss, we're still going to land among the stars. So he has proven that the talent can come to South Carolina, and we can make a run at the Final Four. And that should be, I feel like every year our goal should be NCC tournament champions. If we don't set the standard, then it's not ever going to be there.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you can't ever get there if you don't make that the goal and the standard, like you said. So I agree with you 110%. We'll see what happens, man. Hey, I appreciate the call, brother. Thanks for letting me talk your ear off.
Hey, dope ass hat, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Have a good day.
Go Cox later. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Yeah, good stuff. 843-790-3377. Awesome, man. Those, like I said, those calls are what make it all worth it, dude. Appreciate y'all. Somebody texted in, did you play at Newberry? If so, when? Yeah, I was there from fall of 2009 to spring of 2012. So what's funny, again, people don't realize I was in college during the great run of South Carolina sports, really. So, like, there are so many football games that people don't realize that, like, I missed. Like, 2010 Alabama, we had a scrimmage that day. We were literally keeping up with the game on our phones in the bullpen. Thank God I didn't pitch that day. But, I didn't get to watch that game in its entirety until later on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, I saw the last 5 minutes of the game, and that's it. I don't know, 2010 Georgia, we had like a scrimmage that day too. I saw the second half, but didn't get to really see the game. There were a lot of games that I just flat out missed. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. So whatever, is what it is. I had a blast. I would never trade those days. So Elizabeth Ballard, yeah, they did put out the full baseball schedule. Overall, here, let's take a look real quick. Let me get on this thing. I know Savannah was saying Gamecocks have an open weekend on March 12th through 14th and are actively looking for an opponent to fill those dates. Go to USF. I think USF's got to come here. I don't think we're going down to play old USF. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe they would. Oh, it's so beautiful, though, going through the schedule. So here we go. 19th through the 21st, which is opening weekend, you play Dayton, the Dayton Flyers, for 3 games. Then your first non-conference midweek game is Winthrop, which will be fun. The second weekend of the year, Carolina Clemson. At Clemson on Friday, Saturday in Greenville, and then Sunday, the home game against Clemson. The following midweek, you play at Winthrop. That weekend, then March 5th through 7th, you have Mercer at the Citadel, March 10th in the midweek. 12th through 14th again is TBD. Then Tuesday on the 16th, you play Davidson, and then we fly into the SEC schedule. You've got other non-conference games in the midweek with the Citadel, Gardner-Webb. We do have that game against North Carolina in Charlotte that Tuesday. Charleston Southern, Citadel, North Florida, App State, and that's it. So, I mean, overall, happy with the non-conference schedule. So, USC Insider says, for real, that's funny. I went to a Newberry baseball game in 2011. Yeah, I would have been there, obviously. I'd have been on the field, or at least in the dugout or somewhere. So, we do play the Citadel in Charleston, don't we? I know we got Charleston Southern at home. When is that Citadel game in Charleston? Where did it go? We got them April 27th in Columbia. Hold on. Do we have them twice? We have them twice in Columbia. We play them April 27th, and we play them March 23rd. That's interesting. We play at their place March 10th. So Carolina at the Citadel. So I'm trying to go to every single home game, by the way. I don't. Hey, if anybody knows anyone with season tickets, they're trying to sell a ticket. Obviously, I'm looking to buy. So, I guess if I have to buy them on an individual basis, I will do so. That's not something I generally want to do. But if I have to do it, then so be it. You know what I mean? So be it. So, it is what it is. Robbie texts in. Robbie Davis, first thing, prayers to the Robinson family. How do you feel about this year's football schedule? I feel pretty good about it. Yeah, prayers up again, Jamie Robinson's family, and I'm going to post the GoFundMe here in a little bit. Please be sure to go support. Let's see. Okay, yeah, go support for sure. But he also asked about the 2021 football schedule. Feel really good about it. I talked about that a lot on the podcast yesterday. Put out a clip on social media later in the day yesterday. I feel. Honestly, as a Gamecock fan, I just don't think you could have asked for a better draw in Shane Beamer's first year. I really don't. Just the way that the schedule sets up. The front half. You feel like we feel pretty good right now, right? Like I feel like the temperature of the fan base is we're really excited and. The overall mood and the what's the word I'm looking? The morale of the Gamecock fan base is high right now. You go into that season, open up with back-to-back non-conferences. You should be 2-0 going into Georgia. And again, Georgia, you shouldn't beat Georgia. They're going to be a double-digit favorite over you. There's no question. But weird things have happened in that early season matchup against UGA. We love it in that spot on the schedule. Guys, like I said, when I gave my way too early predictions in late December, I had the games broken up as wins, toss-ups, and losses, right? I had 5 wins picked out. Like where I'm like, I look at the schedule, chalk it up. It's a W. All 5 of those games are in the first 7 games of the season. So, I don't want fans to get carried away. There's still a lot of things on this football team that have got to be fixed, that have got to improve. But man, you could really. If you start work, I'll say this: if you start worse than 4-3, you failed. Bottom line, you have not gotten the job done. If you start worse than 4-3, because the game's like worst case scenario of that first 7, Georgia, Kentucky, Tennessee. If you start worse than 4-3, you have really messed up. And even at 4-3, it's like. There's a real, again, I don't want fans to get carried away, but there's a real chance to start 5-2 or better. They're really, now you start saying 6-1 or 7-0. That to me, I think is a little extreme, but dude, if you start 5-2 in the first 7, I mean, you think about it. South Carolina, if they start 5-2, they're going to be the talk of the SEC at that point. Really, Shane Beamer is going to be fighting for early Coach of the Year votes. So, Phil Harris says might be flying down with the Clem Suck series. Come on down, man. Going to be a good time. It's crazy to me. It's literally the second weekend of the season. Like we jump right into it, man. It's crazy. So, but yeah, it's Friday. That Friday game is at 4:00. I'm just looking at the schedule. There's no way they're going to play that Friday game at 4:00. There's no way. There's no way on God's green earth that Friday game is not a night game, 7:00 first pitch. There's no way. That's going to be weird if that Friday game's at 4:00. I mean, I understand for weather, like you don't want it to be freezing cold, but come on, dude, really? Come on now. Jaden Harris, who do you think is the number 1 and number 2 receivers this year? It's tough to say, man, because you're bringing in so many new guys, and how do they pan out? How do the guys you already have on the roster, what does Justin Stepp do with them? Can he get the most out of them? I think Amarian Brown is going to be one of those two guys. I think, you look at, again, what he did at Georgia Tech, it speaks for itself. This dude's got talent. He got speed. He's a baller. The other guy of the 1 and 2, is it somebody that's currently on the roster or not? I mean, again, that E.J. Jenkins dude, does he pan out? I think more so probably I look at a guy like a Xavier Legette or a Rico Powers. I see people saying Ortre Smith, and people love to ask about Ortre Smith, by the way. This dude, I hope he knows Gamecock Nation loves him because people love to talk about Ortre. I'm just one of those people right now that, listen, I know Ortre's got talent. We saw what he did his freshman year, but until he's fully healthy and I actually see him get on the field, it's hard for me to predict anything out of Ortre Smith. And that's not disrespect. It's just he just hadn't been able to get on the field for whatever reason, for his health reasons or whatever. So we just got to be able to see him get on the field. Lance Player says, damn, I want to sweep Clemson. It would make my weekend. Bro, there would be no better feeling, and there is no better feeling than going into that Sunday game. You've literally already won the series. Like, oh, God, it would be so nice. We need to make that happen. So, and listen, that Clemson series is important, man. That Clemson series is really, really important. I mean, it's really going to set the tone for your entire season. And listen, a lot of Gamecock fans, there's a lot of Gamecock fans out there that are like, whatever on baseball. And that's fine. Not everybody's a big baseball fan. I mean, it's, kind of what it is. But there are definitely a lot of Gamecock fans that they're going to kind of make their determination on the season, at least early on, hey, do you beat Clemson? Hey, if we lose 2 or 3 to Clemson or get swept, I'm probably not going to watch baseball this year. If we beat Clemson or, God forbid, sweep them, John Gibbs, that would be a shirt for a sweep. Which one? With this one or like, should I make – now, if we sweep them, I'm going to make a T-shirt. That's – hell, if we beat them 2 or 3. Because like I told you guys, if you guys think the merch is cool now, dude, if we start winning games in any sports, the merch is going to be insane because it's going to be talking crap to people. Like, that's going to be the fun part. USC Insider, you're going to bring back the baseball shirts. Yes. You see I'm wearing this one right now. The Kiss the Rings. Love this shirt. I'm going to re-release these along with, we're going to have some new baseball merch dropping next week. So, yeah, going to have a full line for baseball. Again, I'm going to get those out next week because I want people to have that stuff in by opening day. But, yes, the baseball merch is going to make a return, I promise you guys. So, really excited for that, too. I mean, I love making merch, and I love baseball, and it's a beautiful marriage. So, yeah, going to be a lot of fun. Again, guys, 843-790-3377, taking your questions, comments, calls as well. Also want to thank you guys for another fantastic month with the podcast as far as the numbers are concerned. We've had a fantastic month in regards to numbers, in regards to downloads, which is what, hey, this show is judged on. So, it's funny, man. I would say this applies probably to anybody in life, and a lot of you guys should probably take this, into your own lives as well. Because everybody out there who's doing something or like whatever, you guys all know, there's people that disagree or dislike you or want to see you go away. There's some people like that. Like, I wonder how badly it frustrates people. Like, they put all this energy into trying to like tear you down and hate you and say this about you, that about you, make you feel some type of way. And you just continue. The best thing you can do, people, in your own life, if you have somebody and they're going through stuff like that, continue to show up day after day after day after day after day and put in great work. Bottom line, that's the best revenge. You don't need to say a word. Just keep doing that. Hey, Babe Ruth said it best. You can't beat a man that won't quit. The only way you lose is if you quit. Keep going. Keep moving. John Gibbs, rivalry shirts against Clem Sucks in Georgia. Every time we beat them, we need as much merch to talk. No, dude, I agree. And that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, that's what I tell people is, listen, I'm critical and I break things down and I'm, and that's how I'm going to be forever. That's how I'm wired. But man, like you guys, I mean, I'd love nothing more than our programs, especially football, obviously, for obvious reasons, it moves the needle. I'd love nothing more than to get to the level of like Alabama or Georgia, and we're just beating people left and right week after week. And my shows, honestly, guys, would be just like me talking crap to people. Like on today's podcast, I'm going to just laugh at Clemson today. Like that, I'd love to do that. But we got to win. We got to get to the point where we're actually winning. You can't just talk crap and we're not winning, even though I still do it every now and then. Lance Player, I'm not a big baseball fan, but I will be in full drunk shit talking that weekend if we sweep. Hey, I'll be right there with you, my guy. House party at the crib Sunday night if we sweep. Phil Harris, take my money, ready to get that Kiss the Ring shirt. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, so these are available too. And they're going to be available in garnet, black, and white. So they kind of reflect the baseball jerseys. And that was the point. And I had my guy draw the actual like script or try to get as close as possible to the baseball jersey. So yeah, no, definitely, man. I appreciate the love and support. And I love the way these shirts turned out. And you see, the shirt has the 2002, the 2000, the 2002, and the 2011. Or wait, what am I? No, so it has the 2000, 2002, and 2011 SEC championships. And then it obviously has the 10 and 11 national championships. So, like I said, man, and you're going to see it in the merch that drops next week. The point is this: we have great tradition in baseball, and I think we should flex it. I really do. I think we ought to flex it a little bit. I think we should be proud of our baseball tradition. We shouldn't hide from it. We should flaunt it, guys, because we have it. We have it. We have it to flaunt. Let's do it. Hey, if we had that tradition in football, we would be flaunting it. So, I mean, anyways, guys, if you guys know anybody with season tickets to Carolina baseball, please let me know. If you know anybody that's selling, please let me know. John Gibbs, quarter zips. Any quarter zips coming for any attire? I can look into. I'm not sure if my vendor makes that. I will look into that, though. I will look into that. Whoop. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. Basketball game tomorrow against the Vanderbilt Commodores. We've also got on the podcast today, position unit preview for second baseman. Broke down the second baseman. So really, really good stuff. AJ Bowers says, sorry, I'm late. What did I miss? We just been hanging out, man. Just having a Friday, hanging out. TGIF, January the 29th, 2021. Hope you guys are all doing well. Just having a Friday, my man. Taking questions, comments, some calls, whatever. Just kind of a normal par for the course. So let's see. Phil says, I saw the 2010 Alabama game at a sports bar in Portland, Maine. I was wearing my Carolina gear and screaming my head off. Those New Englanders thought I was crazy. Yeah, they don't get it. They don't get college ball. Greg Bedinger says, kicking ass on the diamond since early 1970s. Yeah, I mean, again, we have great tradition and great history. And again, that's one of the reasons I love Carolina baseball. We'd be fans no matter what. But it's awesome to support a program that, you saw Mark Kingston's comments yesterday, just, the standards Omaha, bottom line. And that's, it's a lot of pressure and the expectations are very, very high, but they all know that. I think expectations and standards are a positive. They're only a positive. So, Jaden Harris, is it just me or does it feel like the SEC is the best conference in baseball and football? It's not just you because they are. Trip Smith 03, what stocks are you buying? I mean, everybody's been going crazy with the stock market, right? I'll keep my financial and stock preferences off of. So, well, I mean, not that it really matters. I mean, I've moved some money here and there, but honestly, I'm not like crazy with the stock market. Like I've seen this stuff with Robinhood and all that. Like it is wild. It is wild. Honestly, my dad's really big in the stock market, so I'm sure he's having a time with it. But AJ Bauer says, nobody complaining, nobody fussing. No, we're just having a Friday, man. Vibes are good here on a Friday. I think everybody's in good spirits. I mean, we're coming off a win over Georgia, and 3 weeks away from opening day, and you have a game tomorrow that you should win. And by the way, guys, I know I'm in a lose-lose scenario here because a lot of you are going to hate me for picking us, or a lot of you are going to give me crap if I pick us to win, and a lot of you are going to give me crap if I pick us to lose. But with that being said, I picked South Carolina to beat Vanderbilt tomorrow. So, you know what? If we lose to Vandy, you guys are welcome to come crap on me in the mentions. I guess it's my fault. I don't know. I picked us to win, though. I've got us winning, I think 81-70. Or no, 79-71. 79-71. I've got us picked to win. So if we lose, I'm sorry. If we lose, I'm sorry. I don't know. I can't win. I picked us to lose to Georgia out of just, I don't know. I didn't see any reason to pick us to win. And we, sorry guys. And we won, and people were giving me crap picking us to lose. And when I post the prediction graphic probably tomorrow, with me picking us to win, there's going to be people like, Chris, oh my God, you're the kiss of death, and I'm going to be crapped on for that. So, and if we lose, I'll be blamed for it. So, whatever, is what it is. Jason Cameron has started watching your show a few weeks ago, really enjoying. Hey, Jason, thanks, man. Appreciate the love and support. Appreciate you tuning in. Seriously, it means the world. Let's see. Hunter Brown Senior Bowl article said Shi Smith going to be a day one slot receiver in the NFL. Yeah, Shi's got talent, man. He's undeniably quick. I think he has pretty good hands. Yeah, overall, Shi's a good player. He'll have a great career in the NFL. Phil Harris watched Kingston's presser yesterday, feeling good. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I feel really good about the season. Again, you're ranked in the top 20, and I feel good. I really feel good about baseball. I would say that early series against Clemson is big. I really do. You need to have a positive start to the year. And I'm not saying see, that's the thing people don't realize is they put all the stock in the Clemson series. And oh my God, if you lose the series, the season's over. It's like, no, in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't matter for like SEC play. But that's a big one. That's one you need to have, bottom line. And you're ranked, Clemson's not. You feel like you should beat them. I know, again, everything's not on the rankings or whatever, but especially in baseball. But that one's important. John Gibbs, to throw some more shade, Clemson starts their football season off next year with Georgia. Wish the whole stadium would blow up, but if you have to pick, we would be a dog that night. Oh, God, yeah. Dude, and that's the thing. I used to honestly hate Georgia probably more than Clemson, but then Clemson started winning, and their fans are like literally the worst. So, yeah, I will be hoping Georgia stomps Clemson that night for sure. AJ Bowers, Chris, if we lose, they will come down your street with pitchforks and torches. Hey, listen, I'll blame myself. But you know what, man? If we're meant to lose to Vandy, it don't matter who I pick. Like, if we lose to Vandy, dude, they're literally 0-6 in the SEC. Literally 0-6 in the SEC. So, how about Gamecocks women's basketball, by the way, last night getting a big dub, 75-52 over Mississippi State, blasted Mississippi State. So, Dawn and company got that thing rolling. You love to see it. USC Insider, yeah, every time you pick us to win, we lose. That's what I'm saying. But I could not pick us to lose to Vanderbilt in good conscience. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Vanderbilt is 0-6 in the league. I could not pick us to lose that game. They're not a very good basketball team, bottom line. So, USC Insider Scottie Pippen's son going to pop off. Yeah, he's their guy. He is the one guy in tomorrow's game you really got to limit. The other guy, or whatever, however you say his name, down low, he's a good player. But Scottie Pippen Jr. is their guy, averaging 21.6 a game. You saw what he did against Florida. I think he had like 34 or something and kept them in that game. If you take away Scottie Pippen Jr., you're pretty much taking away all of Vandy. They're literally average getting outscored, guys. They're not a good basketball team, bottom line. And the line has not dropped yet. I'm waiting on I get all my lines from Circa Sports. They do a really, really good job with the lines, and they post it on social media a lot, which is another reason I really like them. They'll probably post it around 2:30 or 3. I'll be very interested to see what the opening line is, because, I mean, we're definitely going to be favored. There's no question. Brandon Wagner, the UConn girls lost last night too. You had Arkansas, right? Yeah, Arkansas is a good team. AJ Bowers, just pick us to lose every game and we go undefeated. Yeah. I'll just be I'll be known as like the biggest hater, but we're the reverse psychology will be there. Jaden Harris, Vandy's in the SEC for baseball. Yeah, certainly. They used to be pretty decent at basketball too. That's the weird thing. That is the weird thing. Chad Canfall, didn't the top 3 women's teams lose as well? Women's basketball going back to number 1. Like I said, Dawn Staley's team's got that thing rolling. They're at minimum a Final Four team. I think we all know. I'm not telling you guys anything you don't know. I mean, the Gamecock women are they got that thing humming. So, Donnie Cunningham, people hate you enough already. Yeah, for sure. I'm like the villain. So, it is what it is, man. We all play our roles, and I think that's why I've been able to have such success, to be honest, because, the one thing I'm not is boring. And, you either love me or you hate me. And it is what it is, man. Like I said, it's whatever. And we'll just keep it moving. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I can tell you this, though, man. No matter what anybody has ever said about me on any social media platform or in any vein, whatever, the hate is not reciprocated. It's not. I have no hate. No ill will, none. I mean, I really just don't, man. I don't have time for it. I don't have headspace for it. I don't have energy for it, man. Like, I wish I've always looked at my content as this, like, and just viewed it. Like, if you're a Gamecock fan, if you rock the garnet and black, you're a friend of mine, honestly. Like, on game day, when you're rocking the garnet and black, we're all family at that point, pretty much. So, I mean, obviously there's whatever, you know what I mean? Like, so I got nothing but love for everybody, man. And again, the people that take time, especially out of their day, to consume my content, and it means the world. So it really does. Yeah. So let's see. Louisville ladies won last night. And Donnie, by the way, I think you sent me an email. I was going to give it a day or two to kind of let emails come in, and then we're going to go through those and get back to everybody. But yeah, we're if you guys didn't see, by the way, we are looking to add some contributors. I've actually brought on an editor. He's going to do a lot of the heavy lifting for me in regards to the written content. It's a guy that I had on before, Josh Matthews. Did a really good job. He came to me, approached me, wanted a bigger role, and that's we're trying to grow. We're trying to grow. So looking to add 5 to 7. I would probably say new contributors. Want to add a Gamecocks women's basketball contributor specifically. Want to add more football writers, want to add everything, basketball, baseball, everything. So, we just want to add people that can add value to the business. I mean, that's the bottom line. We're trying to grow. We're trying to evolve. We're trying to get better, never stay stagnant, never stay complacent. So again, obviously I've got the podcast and the audio and the video stuff down pat, but certainly would like to increase our written content to probably 2 to 3 good pieces, quality pieces, opinion pieces per day. So if you know anybody that's interested, if you're interested, the SpursUpShow@gmail.com. Shoot over, some basic info about yourself. A resume would be great. Writing samples would be great. So, yeah. So I'm definitely looking to add value and trying to give some people some opportunities to get their work out there and talk Gamecocks, man. So, Dusty Rhodes, appreciate it, man. Appreciate the love, for real. Appreciate the love, Lance Player. I can be your drunk tailgate reporter. By the way, I saw somebody say the Daily Crow tailgates 2021 earlier. I forgot. Maybe it was Lindsay Hagler. Or I apologize for not. I think we took a call when I saw your comment. Yeah, here it is. Lindsay Hagler, Daily Crow tailgate 2021. So, yeah, that'll be my plan, by the way. How I do like the pregame and the postgame shows, that will be my plan in 2021, is to get a legit TSUS parking spot, throw a tailgate for every game, and literally do the live show from the tailgate. So, I want to do a live game day show for sure. I want to do a game day show. I think that would be legendary. Bring the other mic out there. We'll have people come by, guests come by. I've thought about getting actually like another microphone, like a pocket microphone, and walking around, through tailgates and asking, hey man, what's your take on the game today? And because I want to get back into the vlogging thing too. Like I did the vlog for a little bit, the behind the beak stuff. I want to get back into vlogging. So yeah. John Gibbs, sell merch at the game too. That'll be the goal. Yeah, like I said, the goal in 2021 is to get inventory. I want to get inventory to be able to sell the merch. I think that would be awesome. That would be really, really cool because it's definitely a different vibe when you buy merch in person versus online, right? Like it's yeah. Lindsay Hagler says, so us out-of-towners can meet everyone. That'd be cool. Yeah, again, I think that'd be dope. John Gibbs, we need some Spurs Up towels. I'm game. I'll get to work on that. So, Austin Kane, good time, good people, and cold brews. Yes, sir. You can't ask for anything better. USC Sports, what do you think of Alabama playing Miami in football? Could be an upset. I'm not betting against Bama. So, Chad Canfall says, I'm a fan of Chris and TSUS because he's himself. He's owned up to the mistakes and rose above the hate. Genuine dude. That's all you can ask. Yeah, man. And I appreciate it. I'll say this too. I'm not a perfect human being, and I've never pretended to be. You know what I mean? Like I don't pretend to be. I'm very confident in my abilities and what I do and everything else, but I'm not a perfect human being. Like I really try to take the ego out of it, and I don't view myself as above other people or like I'm here. Like I just look, we're all Gamecock fans, and I was blessed with a gift to talk to a microphone and get on a camera and not feel weird about it, not be bothered by the own sound of my voice. Like it's so funny when I meet people and they're like, God, I hate how I sound. I'm like, dude, I hear my voice every day, all day. That's all I do. So, but dude, yeah, I mean, I've never pretended to be perfect. I've just always kept it real and be myself. So I take ownership of everything. And, yeah, I mean, I think that's the only way to operate. You know what I mean? You can't pretend to be something you're not and play. I will never play a facade for Twitter or social media or try to be this dude to get this click to get dude, what I say is what I say. I genuinely say how I feel. That was honestly one of the reasons I wanted to do a podcast in the first place. Because like, you know what? I'm having these conversations with my friends anyways. Maybe somebody will get enjoyment out of it. Maybe somebody will find value. So what you see is what you get, bro. What you see is what you get. Again, I'm not a perfect human being, but I've also never pretended to be. So the only people's opinions of me that really matter, as long as I'm straight with God and my family and my inner circle, I love you guys, and I'm sure you guys are the same way. You got your inner circle, you got your people. As long as those people approve of you, it's the rest of it's just empty. It's just empty words, you know, like it really doesn't matter. So we'll keep it rocking. Again, I hate to give a lot, whatever. I'm just rambling. So, let's see. It's, I will say this though. It's like I'm at a weird point just personally because the show is obviously where it's at, exposure wise, follower wise. I mean, guys, the interviews we're getting, the people we're talking, like this interview, there's 40 people in here. So I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to spoil it for you guys. Remember how I told you we had a huge conversation coming Monday? I'm actually having the conversation Monday. Do you guys want to know who it is? Because I want to tell you who it is. Because I think when you hear the name, you're going to be like, damn. It's a Gamecock baseball name. Huge guest. We're having the convo Monday, so it will drop Thursday. It will drop Thursday of next week. But a huge guest. So you guys let me know if you want to hear it. I will spoil it. Because, again, I want to give people incentive to show up in this shit. That's what we should start doing. Like, no, you're not coming to a message board, but it's like, you know what? These 45 people will be the first people to know stuff like this. I don't have Justin Smoke coming on. I wish I did. I got in touch with his wife via Twitter because, Justin's not on social media, and she's maybe trying – I don't know. He's busy. I mean, he's going literally to Japan to play ball. The guest for the show next week, Chad Holbrook, former Gamecocks baseball coach. Again, I know maybe some of you don't love coach, but to get a former coach, to get the head coach and was on the staff when we won back-to-back national titles, that's a big deal to me. So going to be chatting with Coach Holbrook on Monday. It's going to be awesome, kind of a 10-year reunion for the 2011 College World Series title. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, I can't wait. Cannot wait. Going to be really, really good stuff. So, yeah, should be a really fun combo. Again, it'll be focused on the 10 and 11 seasons for sure. But I definitely cannot wait to get his perspective on his career at Carolina. I'm going to just be like, hey, man, like, were you surprised how it went? Are you happy with how it went? Like, that's, and again, he's the head coach at CFC, so he's got to keep it buttoned up, and that's totally fine. I'm not going to put him in a position to not keep it buttoned up, but, that's one of the reasons I love getting people on my show, because I want to give him the platform to say what happened. You know what I mean? Like, what happened at Carolina? Like, what do you and it's not like he had like a terrible career or anything, but no, I mean, I can't wait. Can't wait to talk with Coach Holbrook. Really good stuff. He was a major, major part of Gamecock baseball, was a major part of those runs of that run in 2010 to 12. So cannot wait, man. It's going to be good. So Jonathan Boatwright says, I was hoping Scott Wingo. I've actually had Scott on the show before a couple years ago. I need to get Scott back on, though. So, appreciate you guys loving sport. I see all the comments. Good stuff, man. So, Travis Roll, keep it up, Chris. I'm originally from Cola, played baseball at Lower Richland in the late 90s, live out in OKC now. Retired military, but love the content, all the Gamecock news. Hey, appreciate you, man. Appreciate Trav. Tom McClellan. I've actually had Michael Roth in the show before, believe it or not. So, that was like one of my first ever big interviews, January 2018. Him and Steven Garcia I did in the first month, and that was the big interviews, my first ever ones that really got this thing, I'd say, moving. So owe them, and I told Steven the last time I had him on, man, I owe him so much, because him coming on my podcast, it's just been big for me. It's been big for the business. I mean, you get guests like that and people listen, people tune in. Dusty Rhodes, I've actually had Derek Watson on the show. If you scroll back last year, I had Watson on the show. Great convo, great dude. What a story. You know what I mean? What a story. So Squeaky. Yeah. USC Sports. If you try to get Connor Shaw on the show, yes, I've had Connor on. Yeah. See, it's funny. There's a lot of people that, and it's totally fine. It's a great thing. It's a positive thing, but there's a lot of people that came on the show and probably didn't discover it till like last year or, maybe this year. I don't know, but didn't discover it till later. Like, I've had a lot of guys on. I had Connor on fall of 2018. And we talked about the Missouri game and his entire, everything, dude. And it was an unreal convo, just an unreal convo. So I did have Connor on. If you want to go back and listen to that, it's in the archives way back. It's like episode, 50. It's way back there, but I did have Connor on the show. So John Gibbs, do you think you'll ever get Spurrier one day? That would be legendary. I don't know if Coach Spurrier even knows what a podcast is, but if he does and he can do it, I'd love to. And I'll get to work on that, because I'm sure his contact info or just ways to get in touch with him is online. There's But honestly, I see Coach Spurrier as probably a guy where it's like you'd probably have to pay to get him on. So, I don't know. We'll see. Hey, how would you guys feel about, we're about to wrap up here. How would you guys feel about a live stream today? A little Road to Glory? You guys be down for that? I haven't scheduled it, but I don't know. It's kind of a lighter day today, believe it or not. But I'm not saying I will or won't. We'll see what happens. I don't know. So, Elizabeth Ballard, there's a new commercial with Spurrier. You can see his fingers. Maybe laugh after your conversation with Mike Davis. Yeah, Mike was a trip, man. Mike was awesome. Yeah, we might do it. I might do it. I might play with Luke Doty today, but man, that game gets frustrating. That game gets frustrating, dude. God. Jonathan Boatbright, Shannon Body Bag Wadley. Have not had Body Bag on. Need to do that. That'd be great. I'd love that. Pinnock, I haven't had Pinnock on either. Trust me, I had somebody ask me one time, they're like, man, you ever worry about you might run out of Gamecocks to interview? And I'm like, dude, there are so many Gamecocks. An unreal amount of Gamecocks. So, yeah, wrapping up here, guys. Got about 30 seconds. Again, quick reminder. If you have not done so, check out the podcast. It dropped this morning, episode 370. Broke down tomorrow's Vandy game. Also, the season preview series for baseball rages on as I break down the second baseman heading in the 2021 baseball season as we sit just 3 weeks away from opening day. Really, really good stuff. Lindsey Hagler, John Gibbs. John, appreciate the love and support. John says, dude, your show is becoming the center of Gamecock Nation. Keep it up, man. The sky's the limit. Thank you, John. Lindsey, appreciate you tuning in. Have a great weekend. Trav, Jonathan. I've had Rod DeBoer on, by the way. I've had Rod DeBoer. Hey, like you said, let's get to 500 in SEC play. Let's get to 500. Yeah, Jonathan Boatwright. I just had Arturo Freeman on like 3 weeks ago. It's on YouTube. It's on the show. Check it out. He's like, you're firing off the guest names. I love it. I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Again, thank you so much for the love, support. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Check out the podcast. Pre-game show tomorrow, 7:30 to 8. Tip-off at 8:30. Watch party at Republic Beer Garden and Kitchen, guys. If you need a spot to watch the game, come on out. Going to be a really, really good time. I'll leave you with this. Go Cox. Beat Vandy. Let's get back to 500 SEC play, guys. Like the sign says, let's beat Vanderbilt. Get back to 500. Have something to feel good about. Have us a good weekend, and you guys do the same, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you. We'll talk soon.